Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses. Earl Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can.
Beating up big dudes all my
Cause they underestimate your bud.
It's just, even if they didn't, I'm gonna beat you up. You know, I can fight.
Right.
You know, so if you watch, like, all these dudes bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care, but I'm gonna find a way to win, no matter what.
In September, are you gonna pull this? I shook up the world. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you.
Definitely. That's definitely gonna be, you know what I mean, one of the moments, you know. I need the doubters to fuel me. What you think he'd do if he go up 2 more weight classes? I need that, you know, because that's gonna make me more focused and turn into a different animal. So I need the people to say, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough.
Welcome back to the channel, where the biggest moments in boxing come alive. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated clashes in recent memory, Terence "Bud" Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. 2 elite fighters, 2 contrasting styles, and a legacy-defining showdown. So let's get started. First, let's set the scene. Terence Crawford is no stranger to greatness. He's a 3-division world champion, undisputed at 140 pounds, dominant at 147, and now holding a belt at 154.
Terence is not a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? He's special. And, you know, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter, still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top, and it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong, he can punch, he's got good crack, he can fight from both ways, orthodox, southpaw, he can fight at mid-range, closer range, outside. And he can fight going both ways, so it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out firsthand.
You know, he's coming up 2 divisions to fight Canelo Alvarez, and you think he's gonna go toe to toe with Canelo? Come on, man. You know, Terence Crawford is a great fighter, really good fighter. But that's too much weight for him. So he's going to try to survive and move around and try to win the round. That's what's going to happen. I think Canelo at this stage right now, his legs are not the same. You know, the body's not responding the same. So I think he's going to have problems trying to catch Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. And I think it's going to be the same fight. You know, I think it's going to be a boring fight. It's going to... I'm hoping that, you know, it's a little bit exciting because I heard that Canelo was the worst fight ever on pay-per-view to throw the less punches in history. So we're hoping to see a great fight, a good fight, but that matchup is not a matchup to be exciting.
What do you think about Canelo versus Crawford? Crawford's moving up like 20 pounds. What do you think?
Good. Good for Canelo.
Good for Canelo? Manny, any advice on Crawford moving up in weight? You did it so many times. Any advice for Crawford moving up in weight? You did it so many times and you were successful. What do you tell Crawford? Any advice?
My advice to him is just focus on speed and the speed and.
But this fight marks a bold new chapter. He's moving up 2 weight classes to face Canelo, the undisputed king of 168 pounds. This isn't just a title defense or a routine step up. This is Crawford aiming for history. He's chasing a legacy few have dared to dream of, becoming the first male boxer to hold undisputed titles in 3 separate weight classes.
Crawford. All right. My brother fought Canelo, not me. I like Crawford in this fight, and he get to stay big. But my brother even told me that was his mistake that he made. He thought going up in weight, I gotta get massive, I gotta get big to beat Canelo. It made him slower, it made his reflexes slower. He'll tell you himself, he didn't feel like the Jermell Charlo that y'all seen him fight Tony Harrison. Crawford, I feel like that's the same thing as happening. You want to get big to try to absorb Canelo punches and all this, but that's not, technically, that's not the Crawford that we're gonna see. And then Crawford going up there to fight Canelo at 68, when he's not a 68 pounder, where's the motivation? Y'all gotta think about it like
Big
that.
for Crawford.
The money is good, but I don't expect Terence Crawford to be the Terence Crawford that was knocking out Gamboa, doing all. I don't expect that type of Terence Crawford.
But does it look Canelo?
Lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to fill into somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
From sharing the ring with him and doing the camps with him, what benefits would Crawford had to be fighting against a bigger man? Is it the ring IQ, dominating the center? Like, what benefits do you think he has?
You need everything in the game. You need from your ring IQ, you need the movement, you need the power, you need the speed. And Crawford does hit hard. A lot of people don't give Crawford the credit for the punch power he has. But Crawford does hit hard. I've been in the ring with him. He's hit me hard. Obviously, the most powerful fighter in between the two is going to be Canelo, but I think Crawford, I'm going to support my boy, Terence Crawford. He's a good friend of mine. Obviously we fought each other, but sometimes you put that to a side, and he shared the training camp with me last time. He spent some good time with me. I was at his house, and he always shows love. So look, he's one of the best fighters in the world. For him to go up 2 divisions is something I did back in the day when I was at the peak of my career after beating like Devin Alexander and all the big names. So look, I wish him all the very best, and I think he can do it. What I mean? One thing about Terence Crawford, he has great box IQ. His IQ is so perfect where he'll see everything.
That's not just ambition, it's a quest for immortality. Now, let's talk about the man standing in his way, Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is the measuring stick at super middleweight. He's more than just power. He's a master of timing, precision, and strategy. A patient fighter who picks his shots like a marksman, Canelo has captured world titles across 4 weight classes and has dominated the 168-pound division with an iron will.
He had trouble with a 154-pound guy when he went up from welterweight to that. So now he's going up to 168. Teddy, come on. How are you going to make an argument? You're going to make an argument to this, to the history of this sport, where little guys have been able to beat big guys, because you reverse it. You reverse who's got the advantage and the disadvantage. Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the advantage. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier. The other guy has more options. The other guy is slicker. Oh, well, maybe he's got the advantages. Like the first time Pacquiao fought De La Hoya. And I know De La Hoya was having trouble with weight and all that. I get it, and that's fair. But still, I remember I picked that one. Well, every once in a while I pick one right. I remember that I picked that one where Pacquiao's going to win. And I said, yeah, you're saying that De La Hoya's bigger, he's stronger. He's got the power edge, he's got this edge. But the other guy's quicker. And that's going to be an edge. And it was an edge. I'm not saying Canelo's not. But I think he's special in a different way, where he's got instincts that not everyone has. Yeah. That it's the timing, it's the instinctual things, the X factors, the intangibles that he has. And I think they're going to show themselves. I really do. And I can't wait
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see a smaller guy use those intangibles, use those X factors to beat.
But my guess is he will retire without incurring another loss, because it's important to him to do that.
Kell Brook, another former Crawford opponent, shared a more skeptical take. He respected both men, but warned that the weight jump is a serious concern. Brook said Crawford doesn't have the same defensive instincts as someone like Floyd Mayweather, who once beat a younger version of Canelo. Crawford's tendency to plant his feet when exchanging, according to Brook, could leave him vulnerable against a fighter as experienced and powerful as Alvarez.
Well, I don't know, I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more, he kind of sets his feet and he's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience, and just his ring generalship. He's got confidence. He's big. He's strong. Crawford's more of a smaller guy, sharp fighter. He's number one as well. But like I said, in my opinion, I've got to lean towards Crawford.
But here's the kicker: the weight jump. Crawford is moving from 154 to 168 pounds. That's a 14-pound difference. In boxing terms, that's massive. He's entering a division packed with naturally bigger fighters, some who have comfortably fought at 175 pounds. David Benavidez, a top contender himself, put it bluntly, Crawford has the highest boxing IQ in the sport.
All the people who think Crawford would even have a single chance against Canelo, they're fucking stupid.
Really, you have a way with words like nobody else.
No, but I hate it when people say that. They're fucking stupid.
Speed, try to fight on the outside, and he does have skills, man. He is a real talented fighter, so I think he's gonna put up really good rounds, maybe at least 5 or 6 rounds. He's gonna put up really good rounds. Eventually, I think later rounds, Canelo starts catching him, breaking him down. But I do see Crawford putting up. Crawford's, he's the man. He's pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. He's very talented. I think he will put up a good fight.
You said Canelo maybe later in the rounds comes on, and puts pressure on him. But Canelo more recently, the later rounds, it's a little slower, maybe gives up a couple of them because he's already kind of won. That'd be kind of a different strategy, right? Can he still do that?
It has to, but he has to, because I think the first half, I think it'll be Crawford's fight. I might be wrong also, because Canelo's also very talented. Let's not take that away from him. He's very talented, but I do see Crawford maybe taking the first few rounds, the first half of the fight, and then Canelo forcing himself to pressure and try to dominate it that way, because knowing that he might be a little bit behind, he's gonna be forced to do it. And he's got the strength, he's got the power, he's got the skill.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent, and he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think the fight will be much more interesting.
What do you make of the weight in that fight, the weight difference?
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, because we could see this fight. Canelo did everything. When he wanna rest, he could rest easy, in this fight. Yeah, of course, when he wants to work, that guy didn't give him work. He just rest. And I think with Crawford, it will be harder to rest.
Who do you think wins?
I don't know. It's a very interesting fight.
But that size difference, it's huge. One mistake could cost him the fight. Canelo's body shots will punish him. Still, Benavidez was quick to add, if anyone can pull it off, it's Crawford. That kind of respect speaks volumes from someone chasing the same crown. The boxing world is divided on this matchup. Caleb Plant, who went 12 rounds with Canelo, praises Crawford's mental toughness and slick footwork, warning this fight won't be easy for either man.
Buddy Canelo? Huh? Buddy Canelo, who you got?
Oh, it's a tough fight. It's like I said, it's Canelo's fight to lose. If he fight the wrong fight, he's gonna lose.
Es una pelea muy dispareja, la verdad. Crawford es un gran peleador, pero no tiene nada que hacer en ese peso. Con todo respeto, él va por el dinero y Canelo lo va a noquear.
The two fighters are going to be different weight classes, even though they're going to fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money.
It's what, 36, 35, 30?
37, turning 38.
You know? Like, and by the way, he's an outstanding fighter, but the problem is with Bud, and I said this to him on the flight, I said, you never got the chance to build an amazing resume because there was no one for you to fight. Like, and I was like winding him up. I said, tell me your best win. He's like, Ricky Burns. That's what he said. Ricky Burns is my fighter, 3-division world champion. But I said, he was a great fighter, but he's not going to go down in history, Ricky Burns, as like an all-time great. You're telling me that was your best win? Well, Errol Spence, but even he acknowledges that Errol Spence, you know, was probably a little bit... And Bud could beat all the greats, but he never really got the chance, and that's why this fight's really important for him and to him. And after watching Canelo against Skull, and I know it was Skull, and I think he's the fresher guy in there, and I very rarely back against Canelo Alvarez, but it would not surprise me.
Jermall Charlo weighs in too, advising Crawford not to sacrifice speed and agility for size. Charlo has seen firsthand how adding weight can dull a fighter's best assets. On the skeptical side, Jose Benavidez Sr. thinks Crawford might fight cautiously, aiming to survive rather than dominate, potentially making the fight less exciting. And then there's Rolando "Rolly" Romero, never shy with opinions, who dismissed Crawford's chances outright. Classic Rolly drama. But what sets Crawford apart? His mental game. He's unshakable under pressure. Size, reputation, or rankings don't intimidate him. He's built a career on proving doubters wrong, stepping up when it matters most. He understands this will be his toughest challenge. Canelo isn't just another opponent. He's a mountain Crawford has to climb. As Crawford said, I've been beating up big dudes my whole life. When they underestimate me, that's when I break them. Now, what's at stake? For Crawford, this fight is about legacy, about entering boxing's Hall of Legends alongside the likes of Sugar Ray Robinson and Henry Armstrong. For Canelo, it's about cementing his dominance.
It could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't?
Yeah. So you've been in there with Crawford, you've been there with Canelo. What can you take from sparring both of them to gauge what's gonna happen in September?
Preparation is gonna definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168 pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but like, you know, he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely gonna help him. Canelo experience, but then you got Crawford, got great experience as well. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally like sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, you know, if anybody could do it, it'll be
Canelo and Crawford.
No hesitation. No hesitation.
I want to see that fight.
Big Bud. We're going to have to roll Canelo up. We're going to have to pack him up, baby.
But how hard is the jump from 47 to 68?
I mean, listen, it's a very big challenge. But what I said, with his skills and the way he's adapted to the size, brother, when I seen him stand toe-to-toe and side by side, I said, game over. Terence Crawford. And listen, don't be surprised if he stops him. I'm telling you.
Who?
Don't be surprised
If Canelo stops Crawford.
Terence Bud Crawford stops Canelo.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I love you. Skills pay the bills. See that, Cody? Skills.
Proving no one can just step into his division and steal the spotlight. This fight transcends belts. It's about pride, heart, and who truly deserves the throne. So here's the big question. Can Crawford's skill, speed, and ring IQ overcome Canelo's size, power, and experience? Or will Canelo's dominance continue unchallenged? I want to know what you think. Drop your predictions in the comments. Team Crawford or Team Canelo? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe for more fight analysis, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay hungry, and remember, champions aren't made by luck. They're forged in the fire of competition.